Good morning, everybody. Okay, today is April the 1st, and I believe it's, oh my God, I have to double check. I think it's day 17 of quarantine. We're really getting up there in the numbers. I have had so many challenges with technology. I've been filming on my phone. I ran out of memory, so I deleted everything on my phone, but I still only get like 6 minutes of video, so I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, so I'm trying a few different things with different devices and angles and whatever. We just got to do what we can do. So, day 17. What is going on? Hey, Rapture, you want to come sit? Hey, come here, my girl. So today, today, let's just do some yoga. I just made this coffee, so that was somewhat poor planning. But I was really excited to get started, so let's do it, shall we? Coming into a comfortable seat at the top of your mat, and long straight spine, shoulders back and down. Big deep breath, exhale fully. Let's inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe creeping your hands out forward here. Let your head drop down. Take a deep breath here. While I sneak a sip of coffee. On the inhale, bring it back up. Inhale, arms up into the air. And on the exhale, bringing your right hand to your left knee and your left arm behind you like a strong second spine. Gently twisting open, looking over your right shoulder. Big full breath. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Other side, bringing the left hand to the right knee and the right arm behind you. Twist it out, twisting from the core, twisting from the shoulders. Big full breath into that twisty twist. Inhale, both arms up into the air. Exhale, bring it down through center. Take a full breath. Nice. So let's just take a moment before we really get into it and set an intention for the day. Whatever that may be, whatever you need in your life, whatever you're calling in, whatever you're craving, what is your thing? Is it strength? Is it flexibility? Is it wisdom? Is it patience? Is it stillness? Whatever your thing is, inhale, arms up into the air, send it out into the universe. Exhale, bring it down into center. Coming onto our hands and our knees. Palms flat, fingers spread out wide. Hips over knees. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling, pressing your belly button down into the mat. Exhale, tucking your chin, arching your spine, pressing down through your shoulders and the palms of your hands. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling, pressing your belly button down into the mat, lifting from the sternum, bringing it back into neutral. Let's just take a little look over our right shoulder like you had a tail. Let those hips fall down to the left. Coming back up into neutral. Other side, looking over the left shoulder. Let those hips fall down to the right. Maybe you hear a little crack, crack, crack in the base of your spine, like I just did. Juicy. Coming back up into neutral, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, sending them up and back, downward facing dog. Big full breath, work it out, bend those knees, take deep breaths, sending that chest to your thighs, hips to the sky. Big full breath. Work it out, wiggle it out, move it out. Bringing your knees down to the mat, mat width apart, wide knees, toes together. Sit back on the heels, child's pose. Let your forehead come down to the mat. Take a deep breath here. Let your hips sink down into the mat. Crawling those hands out really far. This is an engaging child's pose. Shoulders are kind of lifted here. Forearms are a little bit lifted. Let's lift up the right hand, pick up the left hand, sliding it under the right. Crawling through here, threading the needle. Let the weight of your body come down on your left shoulder. Take a deep breath here. We're just hanging out. Let your hips fall down to the earth. Let gravity do the work behind you. Let gravity do the work in front of you. Maybe your right hand comes up and the back of your hand comes to the small of your back. Maybe it creeps around and you can slip it in between your thigh and your torso. Take a breath here. Twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. Take a breath here. Right hand comes back to the earth, pressing down just enough to lift up your other arm and bringing them back out in front of you. Take a breath. Palms flat, arms extended. You're really feeling it in the hips right about now. Sinking in the hips. Other side, we're going to pick up the right hand, threading it underneath the left. Use your fingers to crawl it out. Crawl it out. Let the weight of your body rest down on your shoulder. Left hand comes up, maybe to the small of your back. Maybe in between your thigh and your tummy. Twisting your chest open towards the ceiling. Breathe. Gently unwinding, bringing the left hand back down to the earth. Pressing down just enough to come back out of your child's pose. Pressing down into the hands, up onto your tabletop, bringing the knees back together in a parallel position. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, sending them up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Let the muscles in your neck and your head relax. Lifting up the right leg up into the air. Bending the knees, swinging it through, slowly arching your spine. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Replacing that right hand with your right foot. Left knee comes down to the earth. Back of your foot flat on the mat. Inhale, arms up into the air. Maybe just step a little bit forward with that front foot. You really want that, that knee to be right above your ankle. Not behind, not in front, straight up and down. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Like gravity, pull your hips down to the mat. Cactus arms out to the side. Big full breath. Shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open up to the right. Twist it out, reaching behind you, reaching in front of you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left, reaching behind you, reaching in front of you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of this right foot here. Palms flat, fingers spread out wide. Let's tuck that toe behind us, lifting that hip up into the air. Take a breath here. We're not moving quickly. We're not in a rush. We don't have anywhere to be, my friends. Right, Betsy? We're going to leave the left hand flat, fingers spread out wide, twisting open with the right. Don't lose that bend in your front knee. Open your chest towards the ceiling, gazing up at your hand. Give yourself a little wave. What's up? Okay. God, you're cute. Exhale, bringing it back down to the earth, stepping back into downward facing dog. Take a breath. Take a little movement. Left leg comes up into the air, bending that knee. We're bringing it through, and we're bringing it through slowly, gently with control. Replacing the left hand with the left foot. Let it creep up a little bit here. Dropping the right foot, dropping the right leg down to the earth. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, settle down into it. Big full breath. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Open it up. Cactus arms, bringing your shoulders together behind you. Big full breath. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, open up to the right. Twist it out, reaching behind you, reaching in front of you. Two directions. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to the left, reaching behind you, reaching in front of you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of this left foot down here. Tucking your toes, lifting your hips. Just hanging out here for a moment for a breath, arm bones stacked, gravity pulling your hips down to the earth. Don't lose that bend in your front knee. Breathe. This time we're going to keep the right hand flat, fingers spread out wide. Twist it out with the left. Breathe. Opening your chest towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it back down to the earth. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Let your head hang loose. Sending your chest to your thighs and your hips to the sky. Looking up at your hands and just giving yourself a little hop and a jump and a little step into the middle of your mat. Pointing your toes out of your mat and coming down into a squat. Long straight spine, lengthening from the neck, looking out ahead of you, straight ahead. If this is comfortable for you, feel the weight distribution in your feet. Is it even? Are you kind of dumping the weight into the arches, into the inner side of your feet? Can you balance it out? If this is uncomfortable for you and it's hard to squat down, take your time and kind of give yourself what you need here. So that might mean coming over onto one side, and just teaching the muscles how to come down. Maybe it just means kind of gently like warming up the hips here and the thighs. Wherever you're at, keeping a long straight spine, shoulders back and down. Palms out in front of you, leaning forward, and coming to stand in a forward fold. Just heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, the feet back together. We're just hanging out upside down. You can bend your knees as much as you like. If that means bending deeply and bringing your chest to your thighs. Maybe bringing your arms together behind your knees or in front of your knees. Big deep breaths. Hands on the shins. Inhale halfway, long straight spine. Exhale down to the floor. Breathe. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring it down through center. Let's step our feet apart wide to the open edge of your mat. Toes facing forward, side of your foot parallel with the side of the mat. Tilting your pelvis forward. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it on down. Big full breaths. Come down on your hands. You can come down on a block or a pillow or a folded blanket if you have one. You can come down on your forearms if that's comfortable for your body. You can come right down onto the crown of your head. If a headstand is a part of your practice, and you feel comfortable popping up into a headstand, now is your chance. Just go for it. Big full breaths. If your feet are up in the air, bringing them back down to the earth. We're going to drop the right hand in front of us, palms flat, hands, fingers spread out wide, twisting open with the left. Exhale, bring it down, switch it up. Left hand flat, fingers spread out wide, right in the center. Twisting open with the right. How does that feel in your body? How does that feel in your mind? What are you telling yourself? Exhale, bring it back down to the earth. Inhale, rising up. And heel toeing the feet together, just a little bit here. And we're going to turn the toes out towards the corners of our mat. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, squat it down. Making any little adjustments in your feet. Tilting the pelvis forward, keeping the spine long and straight. How deep can you squat it down? Breathe here. The more you breathe into your thighs, the more strength you will find. Breathe. Inhale, bring it back up, turning towards the front of your mat. Take a big step forward. Take a breath. Picking up the toes, spreading them out, planting them down. Knees over ankles, hips over knees. Take a deep breath. Shoulders back and down. Feel the weight distribution in your feet. Is it even? Feel your toes, your toe mounds, the inside edge, the outside edge, your heels, your whole entire foot. Feel it on your mat, on the earth, on the carpet. Picking up the right foot and resting it against your left ankle, yogi's choice. Bringing it up to your calf or your thigh or a half lotus. Find your drishti. Find your stillness. A little point of focus, somewhere to rest your gaze in stillness. Slow, steady breath. Without dropping that knee, pick it up, give it a little hug into your body. Holding it out in front of you, flexing the foot, pulling the toes in towards your face. Option to grab onto your toe, slowly extending it out in front of you. Gently release, hug it in one more time. Drop it down to the earth. Reset. Pick up the toes, spread them out. Plant your roots, plant them deep. Shoulders back and down. Deep breath in, pelvis tilted forward. Picking up the left foot, resting it on your right ankle, yogi's choice. Pick it up to your calf or your thigh. Option for a half lotus. Using your arms in any manner at all, that helps you feel more steady and secure. Find your drishti, find your stillness. Without dropping that foot, pick it up. Give it a little hug into your body, holding it out in front of you, flexing the foot, pulling the toes in towards your face. Hanging out here for a couple of breaths. Option to grab onto that big toe, moving slowly. Extend it out. Gently let it go. Slowly with control, hug it into your body. Gently release. Take a breath. Pointing the toes out towards the corners of your mat. Inhale, arms up into the air. Exhale, squat it down. We're not going to hang out here as long this time because we already did that. But man, oh man, do I ever love a good squat. Hands out in front of you, palms facing down, stepping back into that downward facing dog. Right leg comes up, up, up into the air, bringing it through to the front of your mat, dropping your shin in front of you. Options. Bringing that shin parallel to the front of your mat, as much or as little as you like, or instead of parallel, bringing that heel closer to your groin. Wherever you happen to land, find your sweet spot. Use your toes behind you to pull that leg straight behind you, hips facing forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, proud pigeon. Just breathe here for a moment. Don't get excited. Don't come down quite yet. We're just going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. You should be able to feel a really beautiful stretch right here in your left leg. It's really lengthening. It's really elongating. There's a little bit of magic going on here right now. Breathe into that hip. Now on the exhale, bring it down low. You can come down on your block, your forearms, or just get really cozy. Big, deep breaths. Don't give up on me now with the deep breaths. Now that we're down, now the energy is shifted to your right hip. The right bum, to be honest with you. Yeah, right in there. That's kind of cool, eh? Three more really deep breaths. Bring it right into you. All right, I got a little carried away there. That was a little bit more than three, but you know what? It's all good. On the inhale, bring it back up. Palms flat, fingers spread out wide. Take a breath here. Feel it shift into your left. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, stepping back. Downward facing dog. So different here on both sides, right? Right leg comes up into the air. Swinging it through, dropping that shin to the front of your mat. Find your sweet spot. Probably similar to the other side. Using your toes behind you, just straighten out that leg back there. Inhale, proud chest, open heart, long and tall. The more length that you're getting out of this back leg here, like point your toes out behind you. The more length that you're getting, the more you're going to feel this beautiful little stretch elongating through your right hip. Breathe into it. It's good, right? Then on the exhale, we're going to bring it down low. Coming down onto your block, your pillow, your blanket, your hands, your carpet, your mat, whatever. Bring it down low, low, low. And feel the change as your left hip starts to take on the work. It's different. You know, this is really beautiful. If you are a person who suffers from sciatica, this is what you need right here. Pigeon. Big, deep breaths. Two more really deep breaths. Inhale, rising back up. Take a breath, tuck your toes, lift your hips, step it back. Oh yeah, that's pretty good, eh? You feel that? Give your knees a little bend, a little wake up, a little wiggle. You know? Let's pick up our right hand and grab onto your left ankle, looking up underneath your left armpit. Or grab your calf, your ankle, your thigh, whatever you got here, just go for it. Take a breath. Admire your ceiling. Bring it back down to the earth, other side. Hold on, take a breath. Take a breath. All right. Other side. Pick up the left hand, grabbing onto your right ankle or shin or knee. Looking up underneath your right arm. Breathe. Let it go. Coming back into the dog. Little hop, little step, little jump to the middle of your mat. Coming down onto your bum. Bringing your feet together in front of you, sole to sole. Again, if you're a person that suffers from sciatica or even a lower back pain, if your back has been bothering you or something like that, you can extend your feet out a little bit further and you're going to target the muscles more behind you in your lower back area. Whereas if you bring your feet closer, you're going to more target like your hips and your pelvis and your groin here, which are both beautiful and magical spots, which hold on to like a lot of our stress and tension and pain and emotions. And I know there's a lot going on right now. So you know what, you guys, it's all good. We're going to get through this together with a little bit of yoga and a lot of deep breaths. Promise. Inhale deeply. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it down, breathe it deep. Give your toes a little wiggle. Bring it up, inhale, rise, extending the legs out in a big V energy. Flexing the toes, pulling those babies in towards your face. Long, straight spine. Grounding down through your heels. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You can come down here on your forearms. You can grab onto your toes if you dig it. And on your next inhale, bring it up tall. Crossing your legs in front of you. Big full breath. Inhale, arms up into the air. High rapture. Exhale, bring it on down. Remember your intention from the beginning of class. You guys, it's weird times, but we got this. It's all good, you know? And I feel so good right now because, like I said at the beginning, I was having all these technical difficulties and I haven't filmed a class for a couple of days. And I just really strongly feel like a little bit of yoga, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of breathing. There's so many beautiful things that happen in our bodies and our minds. And before I sign off, I just really want to give a really important shout out here to my nieces, Christina and Sophia in Montreal. I love you guys so much. And always remember how important is yoga and how important is to call your auntie in Toronto. I love you girls so much. And I have some books that I'm going to send you. And also my big niece Olivia up in Inuvik and my grandniece Elira. All my girls, I love you so much. You have no idea how important you are. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for tuning in to Kelly Bomb Yoga in the living room. See you next time.